Hi everyone, my name is Wang Suding, and today I will be talking about business ethics issue happen in workplace. Firstly, I'll be sharing the moral issue at workplace. There are two individuals involved in this case. Individual A experienced fraud when finding a suitable booth rental at XX University, while individual B claiming to have a booth rental and offer it to A, but he was scamming A in this whole situation. Now we'll be talking about moral issues at work. The ethical issue arose during preparations for a school event where a small business owner, intended to set up a booth to sell products. While seeking opportunities to participate, they connected with a young individual through an app called Xiaohongshu Group. This person, individual B, introduced himself as the school appointed coordinator and claimed that they were managing booth allocations on behalf of the institution. Trusting this claim, A was instructed to make a payment, a relatively high booth rental fee, under the impression that it was an official school arrangement. Communication occurred only through WhatsApp, and A never met this person in real life. After the payment was made, the supposed coordinator promised to assign a booth space during the event. However, when the event day arrived, B became uncontactable. Upon arrival at the venue, A was informed by actual staff members that the person had no affiliation with the school and that no such centralized rental arrangement existed. It became clear that they had fallen victim to a scam. As a result, they not only lost the rental fee, but were also forced to coordinate a booth last minute under stressful and unplanned circumstances. Next is the relevant vices and virtues on both individual A and B. Courage is the virtue practiced by A where he is brave enough to report this fraud to the police. The following vices are developed by B where he is the bad influence in this case. B has deceptive behavior in which he was hiding the truth from A until the day A found out. Besides, B has an arrogant attitude where he ignored A during the event date and did not scare this scam to be found out by A. Further is the analysis of the golden mean. Courage is the virtue practiced by A where he acted bravely in this fraud case. Instead of ignoring the problem or being too afraid to take action, A took the brave step to report the scam to the police. This shows that A values justice and truth and was willing to confront an uncomfortable situation rather than remain silent. Such behavior reflects moral maturity and responsibility, both of which are important in personal and professional life. Main vices happen in this case is deceptive behavior. B was hiding the truth of his scam behavior to A, which is an unethical action. In this case, B has been claiming to have a booth to rent to A, while during the actual event date, there are not any booth for A. The whole storyline is a scamming action from B. B created a false identity, claimed to be a school coordinator, and took advantage of A's trust and lack of experience. What makes this worse is that B showed no signs of remorse even when contacted on the event day. Instead of owning up to his action or offering help, he disappeared and left A to deal with the consequences. The last vices are arrogance, where it also practiced by B. He treated A as a low dignity self where he did not see the consequences of his behavior can place such huge impact to A. A has experienced a total loss in this case just because of B behavior. In this case, B's arrogance was revealed when he ignored A's messages on the event day and assumed that his actions could go unpunished. He treated A as if they were unimportant, and he showed no concern for how this fraud would impact someone else's business and income. Actions should be applied by individual A to develop virtues. A can be more cautious when doing his business. He should do research of all individuals that involve business transaction. Furthermore, A should be more detail-oriented in this kind of cases. A can develop this by verifying the credibility of individuals before engaging in any transaction. These include checking names, affiliation, account numbers, and seeking confirmation from official sources. Developing a habit of doing due diligence will reduce the risk of similar fraud in the future. Individual B also has changes to be made to develop virtues and avoid vices in his life. The most important is to be honest in his daily life. He should avoid lying to others to get the things he wanted. B should learn humility as a way to counter arrogance. This means acknowledging mistakes, understanding that others deserve respect, and being open to learning from consequences. If B finds it difficult to change on his own, then social or even legal consequences such as punishment or public accountability may act as external motivation for internal change. Through repeated good actions and self discipline, B can begin to form virtuous habits over time. That's all from me. Thank you.